Hi. Now, as you can see, I'm not dressed to impress. By the looks of it here, it's looking like I'm probably the most dressed down person in this room this afternoon. Now, I'm not here as an athlete or here as a CEO. Obviously, there's no suit or power pose, grand performance. I'm just here as a person, just as a human being, sitting on something that I feel that we've all been feeling lately, especially in this part of the world. When when trust breaks, how do you rebuild it? Certainly not through speeches or slogans, but things that you don't have to take on with faith because you can check. You see, for almost 20 years, I've been a professional basketball player here in the Philippines. And quite honestly, trust was not complicated. It's very simple. It's very human. There's structure, there's game preparation, coaching philosophies, team camaraderie. But that's not what's really moving the needle in trust. It's the connection, the unspoken understanding between my teammates that we will show up for each other. Now, I've had many moments during the course of my career that could illuminate what I'm explaining to you guys about this simple, uncomplicated trust system that I'm or was a part of. So I'm going to share one of these moments that really resonates with me more so than the others. It was the finals, a gut-wrenching series. It was right smack in the middle. And this game was very pivotal. It was going to be the game that was going to offset the momentum between one team or the other. So we're up by 1 point. There's 10 seconds left. Crowd's going crazy. Can't even hear anything. And we're on defense. So we're on defense. The play starts. You see the ball move from one side of the floor to the other. And in that transition, I'm the defender. Our whole team, we have to shift. We have to shift all to this side of the floor in unison, blindly. Because when I'm shifting, I can't see what's behind me. I can't even talk, see. I can't communicate with my teammates of what's going on. I just have to blindly trust that they're going to be there for me. They're going to cover for me, just like how I'm covering for my teammate and his teammate. He's covering from him for himself, so on and so forth. We can't talk about it. Wow, it's too loud. Can't look at coach waving hand gestures in the background. So, you know what happened? They missed the shot. We got the rebound and we ended up winning the game. And ultimately, we won the championship. That's what trust felt like to me. And really, that's what trust does, changes outcomes. But when I retired from basketball, trust wasn't so simple anymore. It was a little bit more blurry. You take social media, for instance, we're all related to that. Pictures, videos, audio. It's hard to navigate through what's real, what's fake. We've all seen it. It's all ran through our insides into our chest when we would see something like that. But it doesn't stop there. These days, people put their distrust in institutions. They put their distrust in donation drives. and community efforts. Even a simple stranger that wants to be of service to others and just wants to do good and help. You'd question that too. And for the first time in my life, I caught myself thinking, man, I don't know who or what to believe anymore. So last month, our country got rocked hard by a typhoon. There was a lot of noise. Millions were affected. The storm was as big as our country. Imagine that. Don't source me on this, but we have somewhat over 140 million people here on the islands. Everything was loud, except for the truth. And people were afraid. They were scared, waiting, guessing. And sometimes that uncertainty hurts a lot worse than the storm itself. I have a friend. He's from a province up north, northern region, up in the Philippines, province called Aurora. And of all places, we were speaking on one of my streams that I was having on TikTok. And we were just reviewing the storm in real time. I had it up on a URL and people were coming to the stream, sharing their stories of their situation, of what's going on. I'm not going to share all the stories with you. Pardon me. But they were sad. My friend was telling me his house got washed away. All the things that he needs to provide for his family was gone. Pardon me, guys. And he was telling me, bro, imagine this. He's telling me this on stream. Bro, when the water goes back, I don't think I'll have a floor to stand on. It's not politics or headlines. It's my friend. And I felt the frustration he was feeling. But sadly, frustration doesn't rebuild trust. Creation does. So, a few of us, a DJ, an ex-professional athlete, some coders, they're here. We came together online while the storm was going on, and we asked ourselves a very simple question. What if clarity isn't emotional? But what if it's available? So we built something. You see me smiling. I'm kind of proud of this. We built something in 72 hours. No budget. No sleep. Just sheer will. We called it the Baguio app. Baguio in English means storm. And we powered it by an AI agent we named Eris. Now, it's not a robot. It's not hype. It's just a calm voice during the midst of chaos. Very simple, really. You send in a report, Aries checks for confirmations, checks for official feeds, government platforms, weather stations, checks the data, and in seconds, you get clarity. Now, we didn't build this because we're special. We build it because we refused to wait. I want you guys to close your eyes just for a moment, please. I want you to feel something with me. Just imagine you just lost everything. All of your materials that you've collected through the decades with your loved ones, creating core memories, gone. Your pets, you can't find them. They're probably dead. There's no water, no electricity, no shelter. Your kids are hungry. And the only information that you have are just a bunch of rumors. That feeling that you're feeling. That's why clarity matters. I get worked up every time I talk about this. Now, AI and blockchain, those words get thrown around a lot. But to me, they're not just buzzwords. To me, they're tools that can restore something that we've been missing around here. Tools that I feel we desperately need in our society. A shared reality where a record can't be bent, a memory can't play to any favorites. Because really, the real enemy is not technology or the powers that be. It's cynicism. The belief that nothing will change. Truth, it doesn't matter. Why should I try to do something because it's not going to move the needle anyways? Hope is naive. But I reject that. And I want you guys to reject that with me. Because I wasn't raised to wait. I wasn't trained to hesitate. The people that I build with, right up there, in a way, they're all daredevils, in a way. That we've have this understanding that we've known for a long time around here that if you need to get something done, unapologetically, we do it without asking permission. We act, we move, we create. That's really how we go about the daredevil way. But before I close, I think I just want to leave you guys with a couple things. Look, if we, a few of us, can build something that is a national scale prototype app in 3 days' time, imagine what we can do when the everyday Filipino can choose clarity over cynicism. So, look, you guys, I'm not here to tell you that you need to understand code or to build an app, or you don't even have to be a tech person. But there will be moments when clarity matters the most. So much to where it will be pivotal to save your loved ones' lives. So really, this talk is not to ask you to innovate. This is to ask you to be intentional, to choose clarity in the smallest of places. Because rebuilding trust starts with one person at a time. And if you want to take things further and you want to use clarity to the millions, then join us. Be a part of the Daredevil way. Because really, we're just ordinary people choosing extraordinary courage when it matters the most. So, if we can build with technology with this same intention, honesty, clarity, transparency, then maybe, by the gods, just maybe, we can begin to rebuild the trust that we keep saying that we've lost. Not perfect trust, nor blind trust, but trust that you can see and trust that you can check. Thank you.